Hi, once again I welcome you to the classes on engineering mechanics. Myself, Adarsh. Today we will go directly to engineering mechanics. So here is the preamble, goal of this engineering mechanics. This goal of this course to expose the students to the fundamental concepts of mechanics and enhance their problem solving skill. So it will give a brief concept of mechanics, so that force and its applications like that. It introduced students to influence of applied force system and the geometrical properties of rigid bodies while stationary or in motion. So we'll be analyzing the bodies in motion and stationary. After this course, students will be able to recognize similar problems in real world situation and respond accordingly. That's why I told in the beginning, after completing this course, you will going to design or you will going to do something related to mechanical field. That will an engineering branch alone cannot withstand. It should need some help. Mechanical need the help of computer science and electrical electronics for its part. For example, if you take an automobile, it mainly it's not an automobile; it's a field of mechanical engineer. But when we go into that, even in the engine itself, we will be using electronic control units and programming sensor, automatic cars. That's runs on programmed by the computer science engineers like that. So we cannot stand alone. We have to stand together. So prerequisites means you have to study some course before you start this course. Actually, it is a first year course. They have mentioned it is nil, but anyway, you need a thorough base knowledge of physics that you have studied in your 10th and 12th for the as a base for starting our engineering mechanics. I will discuss that in detail. Next, we will go to the course outcome. Course outcome means our university expecting some qualities from the students after completing this course. So actually, we will be dealing with 5 modules. So the university will be planning for a 5 course outcomes. It does not mean that each course outcome from each module. Sometimes one course outcome can be obtained from 1 or 2 modules, or sometimes 2 course outcome from be obtained from a single module. Anyway, this is the outcome of the engineer. As your parents are asking you to join for engineering, they are expecting as a computer science engineer. That's their outcome. Similarly, the university after studying this course, they are expecting some outcome from the students. So after completing this course, the students will be able to recall the principle and theorems related to rigid body mechanics. What is rigid body and all, we will be discussing in detail. I'm just mentioning what are the outcomes. Identify and describe the components of a system of force acting on a rigid body. Apply the conditions of equilibrium to various practical problems involving different force systems. Choose appropriate theorems, principle, or formula to solve the problems of mechanics. Solve problems involving rigid bodies, applying the properties of distributed area and masses. So these are the 5 outcomes that the university expecting from you. So next we will go to the assessment plan that the university is planning. Actually, we will have continuous assessment and end semester examination. Continuous assessment that we have doing while we conducting the course in the semester, that is for 4 or 5 months we will be conducting the course. So during that course you will have a exam of 2 exam of 50 marks each, and you have to submit 2 assignments, and you have to attend minimum 75% class. Okay, and we will be assigning marks for that. 10 marks for the attendance. If you have 100% attendance, you will definitely get 10 marks. And if you got 90% attendance, you will get only 9 marks. And if you got 75% attendance, you will get 7.5 marks. And continuous assessment, 2 tests. You will be conducting 2 tests out of 50 marks each, and you will be converting the total sum of mark into 25 marks. And for assignment, as this subject is a problematic subject, or my assignment will be normally, I'll give problem to solve and you have to submit on time. So complete assignment submitted on time, you will get full marks. So you'll get 50 marks. So it's easy to score 25 marks even if you score 0 for the examination. And if you whatever you score for the examination, that will be boosted. So you will get total 50 marks for the internal assessment. It is here, you will get 50 marks for the internal exam assessment. And you have to write the examination, unit examination for 100 marks. So you will get total 100 marks examination for 3 hours. And regarding the examination, we will be following Bloom's taxonomy. So total studying will be divided into remembering, understanding, applying, analyzing, evaluating, and creating. As this is a first year subject, we will be focusing more on remember and understand. Remember, understand, and application. As we are an engineering student, we will be focusing on more on application. So, suppose we are conducting the examination for 100 marks, 10 marks for the remembrance, something you have to mug up and produce in the examination. And 10 marks, you have to understand the concept and you have to produce that in the examination. And the remaining 30 marks or 60% marks, you have to remember some or understand some equations, and based on that equation, you have to apply your knowledge on that equation to solve the problem. That means you cannot expect repeated questions for the examination. You have to understand the concept and apply the knowledge based on the given question, and you have to solve the problems. So as it's an analytical paper, will be giving more attention to the application part. Okay. The same pattern will be followed by the internal assessment, internal examination, and for the end semester examination. Okay. And regarding the end semester examination, we have two parts, part A and part B. Part A contains 10 questions of 2 marks, 3 marks each from each module. We have 5 modules, so we will have 2 questions. That means 10 questions. You have to answer all questions. There is no choice for the section A. And for the part B contains 2 questions from each module. So we have again 5 modules. So we will get 10 questions. So we will get two questions from first module. You have to answer any one. And second question, you will get 2 questions from the second module. You have to answer any one. Like that, you will get 5 questions and you have to answer. You get 10 questions. You have to answer 5 questions. That is the end semester examination pattern. So you got a brief idea how the pattern of examination, how the internal examination is conducted, how the assignment, and how the attendance and like that. What is the weightage for attendance, what is the weightage for assignment, and what is the weightage for examination. Okay. And regarding the textbook, this is a prescribed textbook from the, as per the syllabus. It's a Timoshenko and Young. It's a Master of Engineering Mechanics. It's a 4 authors. All the 3 are 4 authors. Shames, Timoshenko, and Hibbeler, all the 4 authors. Among this, Timoshenko and Young is the most recommended book by the all of the professors. All of the professors in the world will recommend Timoshenko and Young. Okay. And as per my preference also, Shames comes the second preference. Hibbeler, actually, I usually refers to Timoshenko and Shames, and these are some reference books. Mariam, Tayal, Bugatti, Biran Johnson, Rajashekhan. Among this, Bhavika T is a Indian author book. Rajesh Again also Indian author book, but Bhavika T, I will recommend Bhavika T among this. These are the books prescribed in the syllabus. And as an exam point of view, you have to buy one textbook for engineering mechanics. And while considering exam point of view, it will be advisable to buy engineering mechanics by Bansal, or engineering mechanics by Bhavika T, or engineering mechanics by Benjamin. Actually, Benjamin is a Malayali author. He is from TKM Engineering College, Kollam. So, my first preference as an exam point of view is to buy the book for Bansal. So, you can now buy online, either from Amazon or Flipkart. You can buy these books. If you didn't get the book Bansal, you can go for the book Bhavika T. And the third option, I will give to Benjamin. Okay. Also, if you have any friends studying in the higher semesters, you can ask for their mechanics books if they have. Most of the teachers will recommend to buy the mechanics book. So, it will be useful. If possible, please try to buy Bansal or Bhavika T or Benjamin. Okay, as it's for exam point of view. So initially I told Timoshenko is the most recommended book. Actually, it is a book for engineering mechanics to know the concepts of engineering mechanics. So while discussing our 5 modules, some topics may not be there, but the topics whatever mentioned in that book, it is beautifully explained. That's why you all recommend Timoshenko. Okay. And before starting our class, all of you should buy a scientific calculator. So while buying the calculator, make sure that it got a function to multiply matrix like that. So you may be using a small version of the scientific calculator, 82 ms in the plus 2. So that won't be enough for us to solve the problems. Anyway, I need minimum 100 ms calculator. 991 ms is okay. If possible, 991EX, it is the latest calculator, I think, 2 or 3 years. Last year also, I found many students using this calculator, Casio 991EX. I think its cost is around 1,000 rupees. It's already available in our college store. But now it's not possible. You can buy it online. So, if you are going to buy a new calculator, definitely go for this. Otherwise, you can collect from your seniors or brothers like that. Then, if you have any doubt, you can contact me. I will clear that if whether the calculator is suitable for our operations. Okay. So, here we will start our engineering mechanics. Actually, it is a branch of science. I already mentioned we have to study the physics. So we should know, or we should have a base on physics to study the engineering mechanics. It's a science. Actually, it is a applied science. So it's applied science, a branch of science which coordinates the research work for practical utility and service of the mankind is known as applied science. So engineering mechanics is a branch of applied science. It deals with the laws of principles of mechanics. So then you have to what is mechanics. Mechanics, it is a Greek word. It is the area of physics concerned with the motion of macroscopic and objects. What do you mean by macroscopic? You have heard about microscopic. Microscopic means you need a microscope to view the object. So all other objects that can be seen with the eyes, that is called a macroscopic object. Force applied to the object result in displacement. Sometimes we apply force. One pen is kept in our table and applying a force, the pen will move. So it will cause displacement. Or changes of its object's position related to its environment. Okay, that is the application of force. And in engineering mechanics, we will be dealing with the statics and the dynamics. Statics means stationary. So in this, we will be dealing with the forces and their effects while the body is under rest. So in dynamics, we will be dealing with the bodies in motion. For static, it is under rest. For dynamics, the body is under motion. Okay. And for in dynamics, we have again classified into kinetics and kinematics. So kinetics is the branch of dynamics which deals with the motion due to the application of force. Actually, the motion is created due to the application of force. In kinematics, it's a branch of dynamics which deals with the bodies in motion without any reference to the force which are responsible for the motion. In this, motion is not created by the force. So kinetics, the motion is created by the force. In kinematics, the motion is not created by the force. So, in mechanics got two divisions, statics and dynamics. Static means stationary. Stationary means the body is under rest. So, we will be applying the force and we will be studying the effect on the body by keeping the bodies under rest. Second is the dynamics. In dynamics, we will be dealing with the bodies under motion. So dynamics are being classified into kinetics and kinematics. Kinetics, the motion is caused by the applied force. In kinematics, the applied force has no effect or without any reference to the force which is responsible for the motion. And as we will be dealing with the force, you have to deal with the units concerned with the force. And before that, what is a unit or what is fundamental units? Each quantity is measured in terms of some arbitrary but internationally accepted unit. That is called fundamental unit. So here it is marked as MLT, mass, length and time. That is called fundamental units. You may have studied how to convert the MLT version of, how to calculate the MLT version of many units in your plus 2. Anyway, we don't need that here. You just understand what is a fundamental unit, that is a mass, length and time. And some units are called derived units. Suppose the area of a surface will be specifying in it as a meter square. So actually it is a length square. So it is the derived unit of length. Velocity will be describing the velocity in kilometer per hour or meter per second like that. So it is a derived unit of length and time. And third one is acceleration. So acceleration will be describing it as a meter per second square or kilometer per hour square like that. So again it's a derived unit of length and time. The third one is a pressure, force per area or load by area. Load is a derived unit of mass by area. Area is a derived unit of length. So it's a pressure. So these are called the derived units. These are derived from the fundamental unit. And the third thing we'll be going to study is the system of units. So there are mainly four systems: CGS system, FPS system, MKS system and SI system. As the name indicates, CGS, centimeter, gram, second. CGS, centimeter, gram, second. That is means CGS units. FPS units, feet, pound, second. Again, feet, pound, second. That is called the FPS unit. And the third one, meter, kilogram, second. Meter, kilogram, second. That is called the MKS unit. The fourth one is the SI unit that will be following in this course or all over the usually in India will be following the SI unit. Actually, it is a derived unit from MKS unit. It's called international system of units. As SI is the word abbreviated from the French word. That's called international. That's why it's called SI. System International. It's the international system of unit. So you can write why you may have doubt why it is not IS. It is written as SA. It's a French word derived from stream of System International. Okay, and here is some international units and its denotation. M will be specifying for meter, km is kilometer, kg is for kilogram, T is for tons, and S is for second. So before starting our problems, we have to revise what you have studied in your plus 2. So here is some trigonometric relation that you have already studied in your plus 2. Here right side you can see a triangle ABC, having sides small a, small b and small c, and having angle capital B, capital C, capital A. I am going to write sin theta given by opposite side divided by hypotenuse. For here it is marked as theta. So sin theta is equal to opposite side B, hypotenuse C. B by C is equal to sin theta. Cos theta is equal to adjacent side by hypotenuse. So adjacent side is A, hypotenuse is equal to C. And tan theta is equal to opposite side by adjacent side, that is equal to B by A. Okay. And we have to just remember its inverse, cosec theta 1 by sin theta, cos sec theta 1 by cos theta, and cot theta 1 by tan theta. And during plus 2, you may be remembering all these things. But as we are using the scientific calculator, we can directly calculate the values. So no need to remember all these things, sin 30, what is sin 30. But it will be helpful if you keep remembering this. After completing BTech, you are going to write competitive examination. In that time, some examination may not permit the scientific calculator, so it will be helpful. So if you know these values, keep remembering that. And again, some trigonometric relation. In the first quadrant, all trigonometric ratios are positive. In the second quadrant, that is mean 92, 180 degree, sin theta and cosec theta are positive. In the third quadrant, 182, 270 degree, tan theta and cot theta are positive. In the fourth quadrant, 272, 360 degree, cos and sec theta are positive. And here is one triangle rule. Some of you have studied in your plus 2. For the same triangle, I am writing side A. Side A, this is the angle A. Side A divided by sin A equal to side B divided by sin B equal to C divided by sin C. So it's called sine rule. SINE sine rule. Where ABC are the length of the three sides and ABC are the opposite angle for the side ABC respectively. And again, we have to remember these four formula, not only for 4 plus 3, 7 formula. Sin A plus B, sin A minus B. Sin A plus B is very easy. Normally I will be remembering sin A plus B, sin A plus cos B plus cos A plus sin B. Okay. Sin A minus B, we will be replacing plus with a minus. While coming cos, for minus, we got a plus here. For plus, we got a minus here. And for cos A plus B, cos A cos B minus sin A sin B, cos A minus B, cos A cos B plus sin A sin B. And tan A plus B and tan A minus B, and we won't be using that regularly. Okay. Sin 2A. So this you will be using regularly. Sin 2A is equal to 2 sin A cos A. Okay. And this is the thing we will be using in almost 75% problem. Okay. So sin square plus cos square theta equal to 1. And this equation is very famous. I hope everyone will be remembering that. And here are some additional equations. No need to remember this. In use of this equation is rare. Anyway, just go through this equation if you got time. There may be chance. Sometimes they may ask, because you have already studied all these things in your plus 2. They are expecting that in engineering also. Okay. So that's all for the basic thing that you have to remember from your plus two. Now we are directly going to the our topics, engineering mechanics. Okay.